To live the good way, you have to live the hard way.
Don't join an easy crowd. You won't grow. Go where the expectations are high.
Losers let it happen. Winners make it happen.
Work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. No results, but I'm a little bit better.
Now let me give you the secret. If you will change, everything will change for you.
Listen to me. Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stairs. If you do catch an elevator to the top, you're not going to stay there.
To develop yourself, you've got to get out of the intending world and get into the doing world.
My philosophy is, why be normal when you can be the best? I don't want to be normal. I want to make the difference. So everything I do, I want to make the difference. Because when I make the difference, I'm the best. And that is not arrogance. That is confidence for me.
Listen to me. If you wake up in the morning and it kills you to get in the shower and put your clothes on, get in that car and drive to your job, you hate it so bad, get out. You are in the wrong place. You don't belong there. And you know it.
Every decision that you make is a domino effect on your life. It's not what is in front of you. It's what is behind you, the things that you've already went through to get to where you're at. And normally when you're just about ready to blow, right? When you get just about ready to succeed, it gets harder and harder. Success is like riding a bike. It's enthusiastic when you first start, and when you get up that hill, it gets a little harder. So keep grinding.
You have to be selfish to be great. You have to put the work in, the dedication in to be great, to be the best in the world, to win the gold medal. You have to work extremely hard, and you have to be selfish about that. It has to come first, because that's what it takes to meet your objective, to win gold.
Life is very short. Way too short to be miserable and get up and drive to a miserable job that you hate every day. Get up and go out. As long as you know what you want to do, you wake up every day grinding and just working toward that goal.
Right? I get to say I'm blessed to buy my childhood home. I have a farm in New York. I have a house in upstate Arizona. I have the house of my dreams. I fly in a private plane. I'm 56 years old. I've been hustling every day of my life since I was 14.
Right? If you finish a marathon in first place, no one comes along and drips dopamine in your ear. You self-generate that. It's all internal.
Like you said, it's a scary place to be when everyone around you is telling you how good you're doing. And then when you are alone by yourself at night, you look in the mirror and you don't feel like you're doing anything.
It's all about your internal representation. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't good and bad events in life, but the fact of the matter is that if you set the next milestone as just outside the distance of what you're comfortable with and you make it there, if you allow yourself a moment to register that win, you get energy to then set the next milestone and achieve it. That energy is dopamine converted into epinephrine, into adrenaline.
Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you can completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived.
Go where the demands are high. Go where the pressure's on to perform, to grow, to change, to develop, to read, to study, to develop skills. The guy says, well, I don't need much. Well, then you don't need to become much.
Somebody very close to me, I was at a party once and I was dancing and they said, embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. Go out there and make a fool of yourself.
When you have faced that man in the mirror and you have dealt with the yesterdays and you have dealt with everything and you have held the funeral and you have buried the past and you have buried the you that was that man in the past, that is no longer you.
A lot of people are scared to say what they have to say when it's time to say it because they're scared of what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I know God controls my destiny. So I just say it. I just feel like, yo, this whole superstar thing, all this, it's not like real like that anyway. So I feel like I deserve to win the Grammys. And if y'all don't feel that way, whatever.
Today's a new day. Today's a new you. And so do not destroy yourself over a man that no longer exists.
There's a famous poem called Don't Quit, which has these lines. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out. It's the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit.
One of the most brilliant things that was ever said to me by an extremely skilled psychoanalyst is so simple, and yet I do think it's the most fundamental thing to understanding oneself, is that it's all internal.
Like, you need all of that to season a man or a woman that can actually handle that level of success. You have to pay your success tax. It's as simple as that. There's no fast path.
Remember that no one knows what's going on in your head, and they never will. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's a good thing to remember. And remember that you're supposed to be scared. That's the normal, healthy, natural reaction to the job that you're about to start.
You don't get better automatically. You only get better because you intentionally make a decision to get better. You have to go from being a person of good intentions to a person of good actions. That's the great separator.
When you understand that your life is in God's hands and he can call you home at any time and he has a plan for you, then you won't be scared of things. What would happen if something happened to me tonight and a glimmer of like fear came into my heart, and I prayed and I apologized to God for being afraid of the possibility of going home to see him?
I figured out the one piece I was missing. I thought it was cars. I thought it was women. I thought it was money. I thought it was everything. The one piece I was missing was me having the courage to face myself.
Constantly trying to be in rooms you don't deserve to be in. Apply to schools you shouldn't get into. Apply to jobs you shouldn't get into or you shouldn't receive. Express friendship with men more impressive than you. Probably the most important thing for a young man is to surround yourself with, at least in the short term, men who you perceive as being higher character and more successful than you.
In the words of my grandmother, when you're born, you look like your parents, but when you die, you look like your decisions.
Every moment matters. So today, you got it in your hand. Grab it. Do it right now.
The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder. You've got to commit more. You've got to take more responsibility. You've got to deal with more ups and downs. How much are you willing to suffer?
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
If you do it now, you're preparing for tomorrow. If you don't do it now, tomorrow, you're going to try to repair yesterday. And you just can't do that well. Every moment matters.
Be selfish for the next 3 years. Go get yourself strong. Go put your own oxygen mask on. Put some money in the bank. Crush your company. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your income. Be greedy on the amount of money you want to make. Because if you go all in, if you stop thinking, I wish I could do more, be more, go all in and make the money. And what you can do in 5 years from now, what you can do in 7 years from now, what you could do in 12 years from now is unbelievable.
Just learn how to get stuff done. What I mean by that is I've seen at every level people who are very good at describing problems, people who are very sophisticated in explaining why something went wrong or why something can't get fixed. But what I'm always looking for is, no matter how small the problem or how big it is, somebody who says, let me take care of that.
If you're aiming towards greatness, you don't get there by what other people think. You can't make decisions based on what anyone else thinks. It doesn't work that way. I'm not changing one note with the idea of they might not like this, so I'm going to change the note. Never, ever, ever. Not one note, not one word.
To have more, you simply have to become more. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
If you're young, just don't listen to people who haven't done what they're telling you about. It's always important to consider the source. If they tell you don't live your dream, check very carefully and see what dream it looked like they were living.
Losers see thunderstorms, winners see rainbows. Losers see icy streets, winners put on their ice skates. Losers take chances, winners make choices. It's all in the way you choose to think. And Earl Nightingale and the scriptures and people through the years have said it best. You do become what you think about. most of the time.
The you that was you yesterday is not the you that is you today, unless it is.
If you really want to be great at something, it definitely doesn't happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a year or two. And even if you're having a great season or you're having a career year, there's still so much more room to continue to improve. You know, it's still much more room for you to continue with the process of becoming great where it's sustainable.